Just going to check. Close your mouth, please. Open it slightly. Open it a bit more, please. Lift it up. Good. I found out. So I'm just checking the position, and I found a better spot up here. Close it again. Okay, open mouth up. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's thinner up. Yeah, it's very important. I check the anatomy when you close your mouth. Yeah, going high with you is better. Don't fully keep your mouth open, but slowly put your tongue down. Lift it up. Yeah, much better. Where I've put it, the dot's sitting flat.
Oh, okay.
It's very important. Yeah.
Okay.
Much better. Keep your mouth still if you can. Wow, if you keep it like that, we're laughing. I'm going to put a little clamp on it. It'll be quite tight because obviously it's a thin bit of skin. There you go. You got this, alright?
Yeah. Just squeeze my hand if you want.
Sure, it's a bit tight, but it's got to be like that. Done.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. I've given it some depth as well, so it's got less chance of rejection. You can't go too deep. It's that fine line.
It's so thin.
Yeah, it's such an unusual piercing.
Yeah.
But as you know, you've come here, so you're going to get best results.
Thank you so much.
Good video quality. Wow. That's you're going to have to send that to me.
I will, definitely.
Yes, please.
No problem.
I'll get my angel, the tattooist in the other room. She'd love to edit that.
Oh,
the
nice.
quality on that's sick. Let's get the jury in. You've done the easy bit, I think, anyway, so you can soon tell me. Let's get the... Perfect.
Lips look nice as well, babe. Nice.
That's why you're going out with her. It's all coming. Do you want me to leave the room?
Oh, that's the horseshoe. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not an actual...
Actually, it's not a ring. It's a bar that they've bent.
Oh, okay.
So is the curved bar. Curved bar's a straight bar. This was originally a straight bar.
Oh my god.
Well done.
Nice one,
Nice.
Right, here's the hard bit, getting the ball on. Normally that's easy. But well, that's good, your anatomy's good. I can really get... Some people's mouths are too little. Hey. Just going on. Now I'm going to get some kitchen paper to give it an extra little... Because I don't want it, because it's so little, the threads on them aren't the best. So but the good news is, after a couple of days, all the plaque will build up inside the thread.
Yeah.
And then it will be stuck. And it'll be... Because you think about all the movement in your mouth. There you go. I think that's lovely, look at... That's the nuts.
That's it.
Alright guys, so now that you've seen the actual happening of getting my, is it frenulum web piercing done, I thought I'd just hash over a little bit about the experience, like actually talk about it a little bit. You know, I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so if you have questions, let me know. At the moment, it's been about 5 days since I got this piercing done, which... When I did older piercing videos and did like updates and stuff, I usually would wait about a month, but I kind of just wanted to wrap this all in together and give like a more early update, I guess. But anyway, so I went and got this pierced, and it was such a good experience, to be honest. I got asked if I wanted to have it numbed, which I did. And so we got that done. The guy couldn't find his glasses, so the numbing wore off, but we had a good conversation. He was telling me about different piercings and really good educational conversation actually, and like letting me know all about the ins and outs of this. And just general good conversation, good chat. So then when he found his glasses, or when his assistant came and gave him his glasses, he re-numbed me. And I'm really happy that he did that, because apparently the web piercing isn't a painful one, so I've read briefly on its own anyway, but the numbing just really made it absolutely perfect. I mean, I could feel it going in, but it didn't hurt at all. So yeah, as you can see from the video, it went in really quickly actually. and the only really fiddly bit that I found to be the case was the putting the ball on the jewellery. So in terms of aftercare and just general information that I sort of tried to absorb as much as possible with my mouth hanging open and my jaw getting achy, it can generally heal around 7 to 10 days. It's quite a good one for healing. However, it's also one that can be quite, in the long time, one that might reject, such as the smiley up the top here and the frowny. However, he wanted to combat this by putting in a horseshoe jewellery instead of, I think it was called a barbel, which is what I'd seen a lot of people get pierced with and assumed I was getting, because it allows, where it's got more space, more surface area to move back and forth, it allows that space for the area to swell and not be too like constrained and too tight, which will cause like irritation, possible rejection, that sort of thing. But yeah, he mentioned that about 5 weeks, even though it would probably have healed by then, as I say, about 7 to 10 days for most people's bodies, leave it 5 weeks so you know you've got a good solid heal. And then get it changed. So always change your jewellery that you've been pierced like with, not that you've been pierced with it, but the initial jewellery that you first got, always change that, and go to the place that you got pierced to get that changed, just because it's like a good hygiene practice. You don't want, like, he mentioned all the plaque building up will help it kind of stay sturdy and not move around so much once the swelling's gone down, but also you want to think about that plaque getting into the piercing itself and it's not being very nice and all gritty and gross. So gets it a good clean once that's changed, and then that's probably the one that I will keep in there for the rest of my days. Or if it rejects, hopefully it won't, but you know, if that is the case, then yeah, that'll be the one I'll just have in the remaining time that I keep this piercing with me, which hopefully is a long time. So yeah, the aftermath of that really was just to get some cheap alcohol-free mouthwash, and he said I could wash it as frequent as possible, and really that a lot of, in his opinion, and I think he had 20 something years in the industry, he believed that you could eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, but just use your common sense. So if something doesn't feel right, stop it. So that makes sense, because my other half was like, is she allowed to eat spicy food, because we wanted to get Caribbean food after this, and he was like, eat what you want, like if it feels irritated, if it feels inflamed, stop it, you know, get your water, whatever. Just rinse out your mouth afterwards, and again, rinse it out as much as possible, as much as you like and comfortable with. I did see that apparently there is such a thing as using mouthwash too much. You can get like the little white marks, which I feel like I've got, but I don't know if it's just because it's moving around, and other than that, like, it doesn't hurt or anything like that. So I've cut back the amount of times I've used the mouthwash in the day, just to kind of experiment and see how that is. But you can also use like salt water and, you know, normal things when you're cleaning out your piercings. He also mentioned if it's really giving me aggro, because apparently your glands can swell with it in some cases, you can get these like Nurofen droplets and literally squeeze it directly on it. I did look for them, but I couldn't find them in any of the shops I went in, so I'm fine without it, I'm sure. But yeah, basically that is kind of like the process at the minute. Pretty much even straight after the piercing, when the numbing spray was wearing off, I could feel, as you know, the swelling slightly. I could start feeling like that there is something there, especially it being a horseshoe. I can feel it clanking my teeth, which another reason why I prefer to have a barbel in the long term is I don't want it to start chipping away at my enamel and eroding my teeth, which is something that can happen with jewellery, oral jewellery. I know it's something that could happen with my little piercings here, but yeah, so even now, I mean, I wouldn't say there's swelling, I could say there's maybe like just the fact that it's still healing, like it's still a little bit tender, I would say, like within the hole, like not the actual outside, but like in the actual piercing, the hole inside is a little bit tender, and I'm guessing that's just where the ring itself is moving around as I'm talking and stuff. But other than that, I feel like it's healing well, personally. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks super cute. It's quite a discreet piercing as well. I feel like a lot of people have recently repopularized this because it is one that is quite discreet, whether it's like in the workplace, home, that sort of thing. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I'm glad I got it done. And yeah, thanks for watching. I shall speak to you in another video soon. If you want any questions answered, let me know and I'll try my best to answer them. Bye!